Yeah, recording.
But yeah, I was saying, I actually wanted to push further here on this position, but I kind of forgot how to get up to where Chrysalis is. So I just kind of stayed there.
Fine. Fine.
No, you're so right. You're so right.
Did you need the rail, bro?
The what?
Okay. Were you thinking
like,
of taking the rail or some shit?
Isn't there like an inkable wall and like
There
where
is
the
an
rail-
inkable wall on the back end
It's-
beside the rails
It's right
on.
here. This is the only.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to flush out that area in front of it to make it more accessible because I thought people were gonna go up.
And that is why calls are so important, because you should really be calling if you're trying to go for that. Like on all sides, like if you were calling exactly what you wanted to do, that primes and lets someone know, oh wait, I should do this. And if someone else is wanting to do that, that lets you know, Kit, that you need to be doing that. Anyways,
That is fair. I am very bad at culling because my brain is running on I forgot the punchline I was gonna do. I was gonna do like my brain is running on old ass Windows version. So.
Anyways, I'm gonna start boring and go over fundamentals of some stuff with Shive.
Boring.
So I want to point this out because this isn't gonna be pretty because my wrists do not care enough for them to be pretty.
No, that's fair.
So, end of the day,
Fair.
we need to control this area. Like, even outside of H-Type, you have to control this area. Like, we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the fundamental difference of H-Type and our intent is we aren't trying to play this game. We are trying to play and control up to here. And there's a pretty simple thing to it, and you can actually talk about redundancy, because redundancy is a meta concept more than it is an H-Type concept. Which I'm sure sounds odd. Because with H-Type, it's, oh yeah, you want to take as many different angles as you can, because that's how you open everything up, and that's how all of these things happen. So starting simple, I'm going to break this up a little more than what most people would do. This is all you need to hold.
Yeah.
So like, end of the day...
That like little center bit? Or...
No, like all of these areas. Like, it's not...
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out if you were trying to define that middle area, or all three chunks.
It's all three chunks. Like, you just need to define these three chunks. And that's where it gets really valuable and fun. Because, like, you can have... God, how do you pronounce your name, Braille Player? I know how to pronounce it, I can't pronounce it.
Anasi?
Anasi, thank you. I was like, I think that's how it is. It's just weird. My brain is not...
No, that's fair.
Like, Anasi, you could take here. Kraken, you could take here, and Shield Winch down here. Kit, you can take, like, here or here. Because that lets you pepper this area with shots, and then, like, Chrysalis, you can take down here. Because that lets you throw slashes all the way across. And then if something happens, because this is what you actually want with redundancy, and this is what I was talking about with reacting, right? So let's say the enemy team is going out this way, and Kraken dies, right?
Okay.
You know what the really fun thing is? You have this happen with your plays and your movement. This is what redundancy looks like. Because if they go this way and their team commits that way, they're stuck here now. You can't cross here. Like, the thing with H-Dive is always, how can you play exactly your game and not give it up? Because you're going to plan for what happens if something fails, yes, but you still need to play like everything is going to go how you want it to. Which I know, yes, boring, basic H-Dive concepts, but like, it's one of the fundamental things to do H-Dive well, is to be competent in your plays. You know, like, I can actually talk about some nerdy stuff here. This is important, but I'm still going to talk about it because opening is weird, but I don't like focusing on opening because everyone focuses on opening too much. The thing I would encourage is don't leave this section of mid alone. Like, have at least someone who can watch and go through this. The reason is, yes, this is the most dangerous spot to be, but this is also the most valuable spot to be.
True.
I'm not sure how you'd want to do things. Like, this is my bias. Is probably Kraken, you take center here. Anasi, we take you and place you with Kit on the right side. And then Chrysalis, you take left alone.
Yeah.
Because the big thing
I tend to like taking left alone, because I can consistently catch like 1 or 2 drops and just kill them.
Yeah.
And it was honestly probably a bad call on my end, because I just was like, I want to make sure that Chrysalis's plan works, and so I'm just gonna say, okay, they have to beat the extra 80 damage hitboxes flying out, as well as 500 health, or how much health does Bro Shield have? I
1.1K.
forgot.
500.
Something.
Yeah,
Wait, no, Brell's
they have to beat the
But-
shield.
I'm thinking down, yeah.
Even still, they're dropping into a straightaway that deals 70 damage to them.
That is true.
Also,
I
It
probably-
is
I will acknowledge, I also literally said, you know, this is our first time as a team ever playing Mahi Zones.
Yeah, no, that's fair. This is my thought, because I just want to point out things with opening, because one of the big things y'all are going to have to get really used to is how can you leverage your strengths? Because,
Mhm.
I can actually talk about that, because your strengths are different from most comps. So, we're going to start with this thing, because you're actually new to the spot for me to talk about it, Crystals. So, what is one of the biggest strengths Sniper has in a fight, like, as a weapon? And I don't mean the one-shot, because obviously the one-shots are there, but, like, if we're talking one-shots, all of you have a one-shot in some form.
poking, I think. Or not like poking, more like my vertical doesn't brick if it hits a wall fully.
Fair. So
Okay.
I'm trying to remember range, because that's one of your biggest things, is you dominate it straight away.
Yeah.
Because, like, realize, you can, from here, control this alone, I think. Because I think this is roughly
Yeah.
damage values.
Yeah. That's what I typically do. I just catch drops there.
Yeah.
And they die.
Well, okay, I bring this up because I can actually talk about leveraging strengths, because I like it. I'm going to go to 10. This is ironic that y'all joined the order that I actually want to go over them in. That's really good. So the thing with Tent is really good in contested straightaways. Samper is good at poking straightaways, but it's not good at contested straightaways, unless you disagree with that notion. Like with Tent, you can do something like this. And obviously I'm not saying you need to copy this, I'm explaining my thought process so you have it for the future. Just saying that to be crystal clear, because some people in coaching don't quite catch that.
Mhm.
Wait, catch what? I'm sorry.
Like, whenever I'm talking about things and going over this, I'm introducing a framework and thought process. I'm not telling you exactly what to do. And if I am, I will be explicit.
Okay. Makes sense.
Like, I want to talk about this. You have, like, we've gone over 2 weapon strengths so far, right? And both are really good at straightaways. Now we can talk about some of the fun stuff. Because you said that your goal, that how you want to play is focused on movement.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, like movement, getting people like to just actually hit you because they can't hit you.
Yeah, I tend to try to play like a Tetra. Admittedly, I do that less when I am staring down the barrel of a, it doesn't matter how much I move because they frame 1 me, but...
See, here's the reason I bring this up, because I'm going to go to your playstyle in a second, but I'm going to talk about Monacity, because I've played Splatbro a lot. In Yellow's comp, Splatbro is in a very unique spot because it can do a little bit of everything very well. You can fight in contest areas similar to how a Tent can. Sure, it's not as good because it's not launching your shield for that, but it's still really good. And you're deceptively good on straightaways because you do 81 damage a shot, which is absurd. Sorry, y'all will hear me.
Wait, what are straightaways?
Just open areas.
No worries.
Like, this is
Okay.
an open area or a straightaway. I kind of use the two interchangeably. I know straightaway is an actual term that you can use for things. It's just an open area.
Okay.
Like, I bring this up because you can flex between a lot of things. Oh, okay, thank you, Switch. And I bring that up because you're positioning here, right? And I want to find out one issue. So Tent is already good at contesting areas, but Tent gets a lot of force onto it. And in this case, you don't know if there's like 3 people over here waiting to just nuke right side. Which you can tell because of where you're seeing, but when you're swimming in, realistically, you aren't going to know, correct? One of the biggest things for you is you want to take spots where you can very comfortably play your game and aid the team. So the reason of me saying, like, pushing you to right side is this lets you do a little bit of everything. Because here's a very straight and open area that you can go. This is a spot that's common to contest, but you also have a lot more flexibility than Tent and Stamper do. And you can cut across center like this. Simple, boring thing, I know, but I bring it up because it really enables Kit to do what they want to. Because
Mhm.
what I would encourage is try to choose spots not out by yourself, but between your team. So like I'm gonna say like let's
Mhm.
imagine your position here, right? And I'm gonna act like we're having an Aussie stand here. The benefit to you is you can go anywhere you want because you actually have everything contested. Because the thing with skirmishing is you want to make sure that when you're trying to skirmish and draw attention, you're not going to get shot from one. You mentioned it yourself.
Mhm.
The goal is mental overload. And the other thing that is beneficial is bows with bows as the main weapon as a strength is it's really good at putting a little bit of support and a lot of paint on people.
It is. It's kind of bullshit.
It is. But I'm going to point out with this position. Let's say you notice the Nautilus over here, and you put a set of bottles over here.
Mhm.
You can put bottles up to here, or out to
Mhm.
here. I'm going to be redundant with this, but like, I want to point out each one of these spots is helping get your team in, and is helping with mental overload.
Mhm.
And the reason that's important to you is the second that you know that an enemy is in a fight, that's when you move and play how you want to. Because if you're trying to play it off a rip, you will get ignored or killed.
That is usually what happens.
But if you do it in a setup like this, you can see how you can flex around, right? Like I'm not sounding insane, hopefully.
Well, because I think that I'm pacing around, so my audio might be a bit funky because
fine.
I am actually mentally stimulated by this. But that's kind of making me think, because I think the biggest issue with my thing is I'm too impatient with it. It's like, I just want to get them now by just, like, ambushing the fucker. When it's like, I could, but it only works if they don't have the mental capacity to handle the fact that I'm also there now.
It's ironic. I don't really think it's the mental capacity. I think it's where you're like being impatient. I think it's just the angle you're taking. Because you are taking an angle where no one can actually help you. So yes, Kraken is here. Kraken cannot stop this. The goal of you staying in a centric spot is it does a few things. One, for some reason, whenever people see a bow, it's like, oh, it's a bow, kill it. It's free kill.
They sure do. That is my favorite part of skirmishing with this gun, is that there are certain positions where I can pull 3 people that I have no right pulling because I'm a bow. And they're like, oh, it's a bow, free kill. No, the fuck it's not, buddy.
Welcome to the fun of PS and why we have played with Charger, Bamboo, Rapid Pro, all sorts of other weapons like that. But the thing with it is you can bait people into you. Oops, that is the wrong color. Let me swap to enemy color. What? Excuse me, Epic Man. Give me. This is fine. Like you can bait Nautilus into you if you're here, and then you can move. Because it's drawing their attention in that way. It's not impatience. It's you need to have the options around you. And the big difference is like, okay, if you're going here, you're cut off. Like this, there's an object here. This will get you killed. Let's say you went left to do a similar thing. This is such an open area, and it's really hard to move. And roughly the object is here. And I know there's an inflatable on Chrysalis, but that's not quite where it's actually dangerous. Like as soon as you cross here, it's likely to get you killed. So
I'm trying to think of how I'd do opening then to get into that position. Because I think that makes sense, and I do think I could try doing that. I guess, like, either way, I can just immediately turn.
Yeah, like the big thing on your end is just giving yourself some flexibility to add in and aid fights. Also, I'm gonna let this play out. Sorry, I was boring because like, talking about weapon strengths is important. And considering how I was seeing y'all play the Star, I don't think y'all ever went over them. Or fully understand them. Or, I guess understood. Understood is the correct term.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, we had two people fall off into water at game start, which was Anasi and Edit.
Well, actually, I died before I could plumb into water, but still, I guess that technically counts.
Fair.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I saw your death thing over the water.
Yeah.
Anyways, talking about things and being a nerd, because we talked about earlier how all you need to worry about is this area. The reason I bring this up is, like, kid, I know you like staying in motion and you like skirmishing. You can mix that. Like, you can go here and set this up. Because the goal is this area should be at least contested as your team is coming in. Like, I point this out because when you're coming in, everyone should really be focusing this unless you want someone to watch right side. And like I will say, all of y'all are good at watching right side. Um, if you're saying more center, like here, kit, you don't want to act like you can watch right side. Does that make sense, or do you want me to explain it? Because there's a few reasons for it.
I mean, that makes. I'm pretty sure it is in my range value, so I'm guessing what you're kind of doing is like making like having them think it's safe, so they leave themselves vulnerable.
It's not even that actually. Like even if they know you're there and you're in range, because you're firmly in range, as you were saying, you can't watch right side comfortably.
Mhm.
Have I ever talked about force and like the direction of force and stuff with y'all?
I
don't think
It
so.
sounds familiar. I don't believe I've explicitly heard you describe it before,
Okay.
so I don't know your exact definition.
I feel like the
I
direction
will
of
just
force is
explain it.
towards the southeast. No,
Not
maybe.
kind of. It's not even that. Like I want to say general or specific because it's kind of both. Like this is just a general framework of things. So like let's say we're the enemy team. And we're gonna pretend like Anasi, you aren't here, and Chrysalis, you aren't here.
Okay.
If I'm the enemy team, I see a bow, and I want to push out right side, right? And this is where the direction of force matters. Your force is coming this way. And on paper, this should be fine because you can still hit them, right? Your force isn't stopping them, if that makes sense.
Because I'd have to, where I want to aim my bottles is in front of where they are, and this I know for Bowen. Actually, no, because on this axis I hit where they are, behind where they are, and in front of where they are,
I mean,
which
yeah,
is really obnoxious.
With bottles, you can hit in front of where they're going. Because like you can put bottles here while they're going out this way, right? The thing is, though, you aren't physically stopping their force. Because more direct force is harder to stop. Because if it's force going this, you literally cannot move forward. Like we all agree. In this case, someone has to die before you can move forward. If you're putting force from the side, it's glancing force. So yes, it is still impactful, but this isn't stopping them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Like, this isn't literally you cannot move here or you will die. It is you can go here and I have a chance of killing you, not you will die, if that makes any sense. And it's a small subtle difference, and all of y'all need to know this. Especially, I'm going to highlight two players who really need to know this. Who I mean really need to know this, considering it's how your entire weapon class works. Because the thing with Brellas and what makes Brellas really good is they can get into a spot where you have 2 or 3 people's force coming onto you and stop them.
Yeah.
In the threat with Brellas, like Kraken, you've experienced this a lot, and I can actually explain in more depth using this. Also, Kraken, I've used this to explain. I've explained this to you, I think. But still, so with Kraken here, right? Tent is really, really hard to kill, so most teams will just disregard it and not fight it, right? So the worst case is if someone pushes here, because now your force is glancing Kraken.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not forceful. You can still hit them, but it's not going to stop them. And it's important for Brellas. Like I bring that up because that is one of the more important concepts that people don't talk. You know what? I'm writing this down because I'm now realizing I need to put this in my fundamental doc. Because yeah, I'm now realizing just how probably this is not. Give me 2 seconds. I need to type.
I mean, even then, you do have video footage now, because I'm pretty sure you're recording, so.
I do.
Yeah.
But I also like uploading these as full VODs, which the average player won't go through all of it.
Yeah.
Which is
I more so mean that you can write it down at any time, because you have the thing that prompted it.
Yep. I just have the private server I write notes on, so. But yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna let this play out, because I actually want to point out how this goes. Because, like, realize, because you're in the same spot, kid, but, like, could you stop this?
If both of them went, probably not. I could maybe stall one of them, but the other just bypass.
Yeah. So that's my point of force and why I talk about it. It's also something that you really need to be aware of, Kraken, considering you play Tent. Because, whether we like it or not, Tent is one of the best weapons at manipulating that force.
It's a Jedi.
This is good. And now I can talk about this and why I was, like, what I'm talking about with force and intent and some stuff like that. Y'all should be getting up to here now. Because realize, if you can stop them, they have to put their force out exactly like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like these are the 3 spots they can put their force out into. And I'm going to make this not at all pretty. But you remember the spots that I was talking about and where you'd have to hold here, here, and here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how that like lines up with where they can go?
Yeah.
So that's why, if you can, you want to push up further. If you want to play more defensive, we can play more defensive, but you have to come into it.
Mm-hmm.
That Nautilus almost just exploded, good lord.
I am realizing I was a bit out of sync with what Chrysalis wanted, because I do want to be up there with him. I just didn't feel any windows of like directing me into it.
And that is part of calls, and also something you can just do with plans, because I'm gonna, at least for this stage, or on a stage you have to go up a wall, you have one of the best tools in the game to go off that wall. People just don't talk about it. So, what happens, pray tell, if Kraken just launches a shield like this, keeping in mind that shield extends out to, like, here-ish? That's not accurate for shield. Like, if you launch shield correctly, it launches and covers the entirety of the wall. What are they supposed to do?
Throw all of their specials at it all at once so that they die. They will die. That'd work.
1 second, sorry, I'm getting messaged by PS.
You're getting sent your IP address? What the fuck?
I'm getting messaged by PS. I'm not getting messaged by
Is it your IP
You're
address?
getting doxxed right now, bruh. What the fuck?
No, I have not. Look, I bring it up because if your goal is to get up to somewhere, you have to do it. And your team has to be on the same page. And like on this stage, this is one of the harder points. Or this not even this stage. On H5, there's typically one point that you have to cross to actually fully log out. If you're going to play H5, you need to commit. Like, being comfortable or uncomfortable, you still gotta do it. Because, like, I want to point out, you don't commit, and now left side gets collapsed.
I whiffed that.
That's fine. I was debating the chase itself more than actually the hits. I don't care about mechanics in fights.
Fair.
This is fine. I disagree with the zip. I'm sorry. You just need to lock up.
That's fair.
Now. Like, right now you have 20 takes left. Why do you do this epic ban? I hate this every time I, like, close out of in and out of Discord. It just nukes the window size, or the pen size for some reason. Like, right now you have 20 takes. You just need a stall zone.
Got it. I did not look at zone when I popped zip. I was just like, everyone's dead. I need to kill someone close to me.
Even if you weren't, like, Also, if you're gonna use zip, your zip here needs to be to stall, not to kill. So if
Fair.
your intent is to kill, all that's really gonna happen is, cool, you might get your kill, but what happens if you die? Because, like,
Fair.
I want to point out, it's a 2v1. So, like, let's assume...
I think I do die. I think I do die.
Oh, no. Trust me, I'm starting this simple, because I know you're gonna die. If you don't
Yeah.
die, if you don't die, you win the game, pretty much. That's where you are at this point. Like, I will look at this. Yeah, I think you die on recall. No, you die mid-zip, I think. Like, I want to find out, with your zip, you take yourself out of objective. Which, again, boring question. But, what wins the game?
Fair.
You didn't answer.
The objective.
Yes. And y'all will be sick of hearing me say that, but, y'all are gonna get used to it. So, like, I'll let this play out, because I want to find out, what does this do for objective? Like,
Nothing.
if you want to be cheeky
Because if
with
they
your
just
zip, you can zip here, 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 here-ish. I'm not saying exactly like that, because you need to accommodate what's going on. But if you do this, do you see how this traps the entire left side?
Yeah.
Because that forces them to take one direction, which now your teammates can swim into. And you know how I was talking about force a little bit ago?
True.
This is direct force, or this is slightly glancing, but mostly direct force. Compared to if you need to watch both by yourself, this will be direct force one way, but this will be glancing force one way.
I'm also realizing in this position, I feel like it's kind of a misplay on the Spotlings parts for both of them to turn, because if both of them just agree, fuck this, and just go,
No,
I
they
think
have
they
to
just...
take the fight.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Realize if you don't take the fight, on paper, yes. here's the thing. Let's say both of them commit forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if one of them dies? Because if one of them dies, you recall, like Chrysalis recalls. And now what? Because now you just paint zone. Because if they die, as long as Chrysalis can keep you from losing zone, you're coming in before their teammates are.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Like, they literally almost have to turn in front of that. That's not I can just ignore here. Like, I want to point out here, like, you have to go back for zone, because again, what wins the game?
Yeah.
The
Objective.
objective.
For me, it's a habit of like that. When I am put under pressure, my habit has always been retreat into their spawn because, it is hard for them to hit me, and if they follow, they're undeveloping. I know.
I think- I think here, when I saw Kate up there, I was actively calling go for zone, go for zone.
The only reason I point it out is y'all have to get better at doing this independently, getting used to it. Like, something y'all can do, like, Chris, I'm assuming, considering you're calling that, you keep a better eye on objective.
Yeah,
Like
I keep
36.
a good eye.
Like, you can call when
Got
you,
it.
when you just cap when it's set 56, 36, and then when you just need a lock zone. The
Yeah,
reason
I typically call at like 20.
See, I say 30 because it takes a second to actually process what's happening, and if you want to commit to defend, you need time to move.
Yeah,
'Cause
fair.
if it's 20,
Okay.
because this is 26, I want to point out, by the time Kit will process this, Kit will probably be up here, and now need to double back. And at that point, zone will be at like 7, if not already flipped. And then here, Kraken, you just need to paint. Both of you just needed to paint. Don't do this.
Stop.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Stop.
Wait, what?
No.
I didn't even know that happened. What the fuck?
Ignore that. You didn't.
No.
Just ignore that, please.
Again,
I'll talk about it.
Last one is have a chance to KO and not jump, unless you're jumping to further the KO. Like, it's boring, but boring wins games at times. Like,
Bro.
I'd rather y'all be boring and win than hype and lose. Because, like, for real, you can be hyped 99% of the game, you have to be boring 1% of the game. That's all I ask.
I wanted to get them.
I want to point out, because this is a combination of thing. Until you get used to knowing how to retake, this is what happens if you aren't comfortable playing boring. Like,
Yeah.
it's not pretty, but it is what it is. Okay, what was y'all's goal here? Or was it just panic?
Yeah, I feel like in this. Yeah, in this. What's
oh.
it called? I feel
Yeah,
like
no, no.
we're staggering here. Like at this point of
Staggering.
time.
I strongly disagree with the word staggering. You
think
just don't
so?
have an intent.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
I'd say desynced more of like we're not even like in the sense of literally we are coming in at different times, but in the sense of like we aren't. I don't think any of us actually said what to try and deal with.
Yeah.
We just kind of went get the square.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Intent. I disagree with the word desync because desync people think of like, okay, we're desynced because we're this far out from each other. Because like I want to point out.
No, when I say desync, I literally just mean we're not thinking about the same thing.
It's just why I prefer saying intent. What your intent is on the same page. Because look, I want to point out, and also just because I'm explaining this, because it's gonna take some time for you to get used to everything H-Dive. Crystal's going here and dying. Sounds stupid, right?
Yeah.
Realize
does.
though, this keeps 1 to 2 people's attention on him. And then
I
you
will
force your
say-
team come out this
oh.
way. What's up?
I will say I did call after I died there and saw 2 people. I instantly called go right.
Wait, that's why this play makes sense. Because look, I want to point out, you're stalling 2 people for 1 person on your retake. So if this happens, and like let's say Kraken, your intent was I'm going to drop right immediately, you catch Wiper, and now Anasi's almost at your pace. So now you're having 2 people come out through right side, long term, and both of them are Brellos. And now they have to come back over and actually watch that. Like, it's silly, but even if you can stall 1 to 2 seconds and you have to deal with a 6-second respawn, it doesn't matter as long as you get objective. Because the fun thing about death is, or like dying and trading and all of that, because that's effectively what you're doing, Grizzlies. You're just not trading out a player, you're just trading time. The fun thing about trading, who wins a trade? Like, how do you define who wins a trade?
Winning team, or whoever not winning team, whoever has objective.
Not quite.
I think. Really?
Who has the space from where you're trading it? Like, in this case,
Huh?
you're going forward and you're going to trade, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get this space, but you're trading and you're going to claim this space.
Mm.
The thing with trading is weird, because objective is its own thing, right? Because like for Rainmaker, you can install it and trade, and you're not doing anything for objective with the trade, but you're keeping the space because you're trading if your team can take it. So the point of the trade is who ends with that space. So like that's why this makes sense, because you're going forward, you're trading, and you're getting 2 seconds from the trade, but for 2 seconds of the trade, Kraken is now getting somewhere in this range, and can drop right side with a shield, and now Viper has to disengage. And if Viper doesn't disengage, now you're going to have your Rebellious tag team. This is why I am saying y'all really need to work on calls, because calls are the easiest way to understand this. And it's not even... Okay, I guess I shouldn't say understand, but it's the easiest way to sync your intent. Because, like, Chrysalis, this was a good play, but no one had intent to work with it, so it becomes a terrible play.
Yeah.
Because, look, Ganassi, I want to point out...
I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, you can... I'll give you a second after, but Ganassi, if you went here... We agree. This Viper gets nuked, and then you just need to deal with like these two, which you have a tent, which makes it easy. You can isolate the fight on the splash by yourself, and now Kit has free reign to do whatever. Anyways, what were you trying to say? Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
I think I will notice with our calls. I think I barely heard intent. I just heard I'm going this way and other stuff from others.
Which is fine.
And
It's
that
a good
was
step one.
mostly it.
It's a good step one.
Yeah.
But now it is, what are you wanting to do? I'm going right, I want to
Yeah.
take zone. Or I'm going right, I want to drop far right. I'm going right, I want to help left. Like, any number of those calls are good.
Mhm.
Because honestly, I have a prediction from watching this. Y'all are just going to be...
Yeah, we wipe.
Yeah, no, you just don't have any intent here. Because there's, like, the chance for a really good play here. And it's just not in sync. Also, y'all really need to not jump in here. I just have a gut feeling you're going to jump to this.
Fair.
I hope I'm wrong.
Maybe? I don't remember.
Considering our thing
I know I
is
jumped.
that we create a chain jump whenever it's vaguely possible,
I'm also just looking at
Yeah,
how long
maybe.
Jet lasts, and considering you wipe. I don't have a lot of faith here. And the reason
Fair.
for this is, again, you need to be doing something, like, what does this space do to help you?
Mm.
Like, genuinely, what does the space
Nothing
do?
pretty much.
Because there are some things it can do. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, is it worth it to put everyone here compared to diversifying? Like, okay, we're gonna send Hand here, or we're gonna send...
well, actually, because I'm
here.
looking at with what I'm doing, I feel like for the most part, I'm kind of just trying to either get stray picks or make them look at me. Both are fine. And like, if we had 2 people on left while I was doing this, they're all looking at me.
Yeah.
So like, they just kind of lose the zone.
Yep.
For like maybe killing the pack. But
Right,
I know I
that's-
killed 2 here because they're all looking at me.
Wait, the big thing is you need to have someone coming through center. Like, you can't just dump everything in the right corner. Yeah, no, y'all jump. Y'all absolutely jump. Okay, Kraken doesn't think. Just Kraken, you take a weird line into this. And like, okay, that's fine-ish. Whoever jumped in, yeah. Like, jumping in here makes this weird. Because I know y'all live on right side, but I'm gonna be honest, I think y'all lost. Like, realistically, you should lose. And I think versus better teams, you just will. Also, I'm gonna point out, if you're ever in this spot, especially you, Kraken, because you have a funny shield, you just need to paint.
Okay.
Your goal is just objective and winning. And like, same to you, Anasu. You just paint. If you see an easy fight, take it, whatever, but like, your focus is painting. And keeping your life. Like, there's not much I can do to help there, it's just you get used to it individually. Also, Christmas, you need to stop
Mhm.
taking left, please. You're killing me.
I just like that line. That's
I know.
about
I
it.
just want to point out that right is a lot easier to go in because you have tent.
Yeah.
Because you tent shield this, you
Fair.
can have someone rotate through here, you can have an Aussie drop through here, and then you have everything covered. Like, going left isn't bad, but going left has, like, considerable cost. Because you go left, yes, you're
Fair.
slowing, but now what? Because now they're just going to guard right side because they know you're on left. Or they're going to
Mm.
The thing is, because we know that a lot of standard play is don't overcommit, right? Most teams aren't going to
Mhm.
cross this line. What does it do if you go here early? Like, if your team is not, okay, we're going to fully sync and you have 30 ticks left, what does this do? Like, right doesn't.
Mm.
Because their goal is to not overcommit anyways. And if they're going to not overcommit, what's easier? You taking this line or you taking this line? I'm redoing that. Because that's a terrible one. Or you taking this line? Like, what's easier to stop?
Fair.
Mm.
Plus, it's probably easier to stop.
Yeah, just a little bit. And then they can shift all right. Because, like, I'll be honest, at this point, y'all lost. Like,
Yeah.
game was over well before now. It just has to play itself out.
Mm.
Can you guys hear?
We can
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Now we can look at tower.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm so sad about how many fights I ended up losing here.
It's fine. I don't judge on fights. Like, winning and losing fights is not the measure. I know it sucks, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to do it
Yeah.
like that, but fights are not the end all be all. And if they are, you've typically done something really wrong. Let's see. This is good. I like this. One thing I will point out, I understand it on paper, Chrysalis, because writing is good. Just fight.
Fair.
And I want to point out why, because on PS we commonly ask Arc to ride, and you and Rapid Pro have similar-ish range. The thing is angles. Because you do not have the explosion that Rapid does. You just go in and fight.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're trapped in fort, you just go and fight. You also have the easiest access to left side, which has to be taken.
Mhm. I think I do drop at some point.
It's
I forget
too
if
late.
it's now.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be going way before. Because if you notice, the fight's already decided
Yeah.
before you're about ready to go.
Yeah.
Also, if you're opening a fight with tower is a bust, go forward.
Okay. For me, I was trying to get in their blind spot, which is under here, but I didn't really process that there are two there.
Well, my thing is always, like, you just fought in court and you lost the opening fight in court. Why are you going into their court?
Fair enough.
Like, because that's effectively
I guess
what you
also,
did.
Just cord.
Pardon?
I guess also, if I were to survive getting through, I could just go to the pillow to, like, make them look at something that they don't really want to be looking at for very long.
I mean, alternative, if you get up here, you do this and you full charge to mid.
You know what? Yeah. I have noticed I have a bit of a tendency when I'm like, okay, I have their base now because I had to escape. I just start playing like a backline, but on their backline spot.
Yeah, which is fine. It works.
It's awesome. No, I think it's awesome. I love doing that. It's funny.
It is. Okay. You know, like, Kraken, I know that you're wanting to go back either for Viper or Tower, but, like, same thing. Because, like,
Okay.
realize you just had two people in, like, on your opening fight go down is really hard to recover from that, even as 10. Like, what I
Gotcha.
actively encourage is if you can have two people go here, because, like, you can have, like, someone go here when you're ready, you go here, and now you're just gonna have your respawns coming like this, and now they're trapped. Because you trapped
Okay.
them in mid entirely, and, how do you escape this without specials? Like, with your comp, how do you escape without specials? The answer is you kind of just have to fight better. And if y'all remember what I was saying earlier, if the game comes down or a play comes down to you needing to fight your way out, what have you done? You've messed up.
Yeah.
Like, I point that out because it just would have kept you alive there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
This is fine. I actually don't hate this. Like, y'all have good ideas. You just need to act on it as a team.
Mm.
Like, you can't act on these
Mm.
ideas solo. Because, like, Chrysalis, you going for tower is great. And also, you going for flank is great.
Mhm.
Kit and Kraken, both of you had like the same idea, and then you just split. Because I want to point out, now what?
Mhm.
Like, y'all are so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
none
get
of us can
ass
really
fucked
cover
here.
anyone else.
And, like, yeah, it works. It gets you a kill, and it gives you a side aim. But, like, is this really an in? Because it's a 2v3, which is winnable. But look at how far apart y'all are. Because, like, keep in mind,
Yeah.
the thing that wins 2v3s is you can cover the other, or you're taking advantage of there's pressure on the other.
Which we can't really use either of right now.
No, not at all. Because, like, on paper, you can win it. In Kraken, I know that you probably have the mindset of, oh, I can just get mechanically better and win that fight. Don't have that mindset.
I don't.
Fighting your way out of that scenario is possible because, yes, Tent is a 1v2 machine, and theoretically should never win a 1v2. Just don't. Because, like, when you're playing on a team, you should account for, okay, I'm only going to get one kill. Realistically. This is good enough, honestly. Honestly, I think you just need to play your shield there on tower. Like, just get here and stall. The issue is, it just feels like y'all don't have one unified idea. Because y'all are just running in one by one, which, again, can set something up, but what are you trying to set up?
Mm-hmm.
Because, look, I'm just not seeing what your goal is in any given play. Look, I think y'all are gonna get out, yeah, but I think you're probably gonna get out after they've broken second check, or last check. Yeah, okay, they haven't broken last check. But they break second check, which is still really hard to deal with. Or really bad to deal with. And I'll be honest, I think the only reason y'all end up getting through here is they just weren't ready. Which is on them. Like, you've given them all the cues that they needed to know they should be ready there. Good. Yeah, and then here, it's just play offense and play your game. Like, Chrysalis, I'm watching you play right now. You feel so reactive.
Mm.
Here, give me a second. I want to see where... I can point out where I'm seeing that. Also,
Oh,
this
was
is
it
straight-
was it the swap from right to
here.
left?
Yeah. Like, you're trying to go
Yeah.
through max range. It's just one person. Go fight them. If you die, you have your team coming behind you. Like,
For my only thought, my thought process is I fire there, they dodge, they're probably gonna be on left, so I just cover that. Their feet's painted, and
I
I
mean-
just clean them as I move in.
granted, oh no, they're going left. Whatever.
Oh,
What
fair.
options do we have? It sure would be a shame if we have no options and Tower wouldn't force us in their way. Sorry, I'm beating a dead
Fair.
horse. Like, I get why you're wanting to do it, but realize you are in a spot where you can convert so much more force going forward than trying to cover.
Mm.
Because your goal should be, like, this goes for everyone. Like, your goal is set up to make it easier for the rest of your team to get in. And, like,
Okay.
yes, you can take the fight. It's just a junior. Is junior worth, like, forfeiting a future hold?
Not really.
Monica have the big bubbler. Oh no.
Okay,
sorry.
I'm gonna
The
point out
big bubble.
numbers. I'm fairly sure this thing hitting weak point can, like, 4-shot a bubble. I'm very sure you hitting weak point with bottles can probably...
I 3-shot it.
You 3-shot it? And if I'm not mistaken, umbrella numbers, it
I think
probably
we
6-shot it.
shot it.
You need Shredder to 3-shot at Kraken. It's 4 shots, I'm
Oh,
pretty
okay.
sure. And then I think umbrella is somewhere between 6 and 8 shots. Doing it perfect, bubble isn't gonna do shit.
I just wanted to say that because I thought it was funny.
Fair enough. Also, like, I want to point out, Chrysalis, you'd be up to here by now.
Yeah. I see that now.
Yeah.
Which, was it worth it for the junior?
Not really.
Like, I know y'all can get in. Damn. Yeah, you just have to pop back earlier, the Kraken. Look, if back was popped, it would have won you the play. Or it would have won the interaction, it wouldn't have won the play, if that makes sense. Because you just played wrong. This jet's good. Also, something I'll point out, especially because you have 3 recall specials. If you have a recall special and want to use it, i.e. you 3 players, so not Kraken, just call it so someone can grab objective.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm just running out.
I knew I had pack. I was waiting for things to like develop more, I guess, was my thought process. Though at the same time I was also admittedly hesitant because that last game very much shook me and I didn't trust that I'd be able to hit the shit I needed to hit to do my thing. So I made myself play the less active role.
Keep in mind with Jet, your only goal is to 50. Like, if you have 2 Jets on the field, you just need a 50 shot for the other. Like, you're not trying to hit one-shots. If you hit the one-shot, it's a bonus.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I more so mean that normally I probably would have been up there and just let somebody else hold, but, like, I didn't think that my little game plan would work because I wasn't trusting that it would.
I can't do anything there. My only thing is if you have an idea, just do it. I'd rather you send it and lose than not send it and lose.
Yeah.
Or not send
That's
it
fair.
and win. Like, right now you're developing and learning fundamentals as a team. It's not a... Like, realistically, I know losing here sucks, but it's also like, okay, you lost. And, like, it's crass to put it that way, I know, but it's not a tourney. It's not anything major. This is just learning fundamentals and getting used to playing as a team.
Yeah. That's fair.
Truth nuke.
Like, this goes for all of y'all. Also, I want to point out...
I don't know why I fought the junior there.
You're fine. Also, I want to point out something exclusively for Tower that I just thought about. Because there's going to be some times where all 3 of y'all have special. If you're riding Kit, call for Chrysalis to zip to Tower.
I typically do that if someone's off tower and I'm in zip. I just zip it.
Yeah, no, look, I'm saying because you can have Kit go forward early with recall on Tower. You zip back, and then all 3 recalls land at the same time. So now you can keep fighting and Tower's still going. It's a small timing optimization, but it has huge effects.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, Kit, I think you probably should ask someone to trade you to be able to jet.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need to, Jet's just helpful here. Because top right's a little exclusive. Yeah. Also, Kraken,
I
dude,
think maybe I should have made it top right myself.
Yeah.
or you have to be a little more active, Kraken. Like, you're playing really defensive and skittish.
Oh, I want to ride because Kit Claude she had a jet.
Yeah.
So
I'd say-
I assumed she wanted to use it.
Wait, for some of y'all don't just-
Admittedly, I should have popped it away. I should have popped it way earlier, but Chris was like, "Make sure someone sets up top right," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll make my pack recall there so that if we want to jump there, we can."
I said that because there was another game on the same map where Anasi DC'd, and that was our 1 DC match where we lost tower because no one took top right.
I'm going to word this because I can talk about strongholds and some stuff. So this is a stronghold, and it's an exclusive stronghold because it's really easy for defenders to get into, and outside of tower, you don't have a way to get up there. And yes,
What's a stronghold?
Strongholds are a spot where it's super easy for defenders to both get to and defend from. So
Okay.
like an example that I like to give is Scorch Gorge Snipe. Because you know how hard it is to actually get up there and fight it, and how easy it is for them to defend it back. That's a stronghold. It just typically takes. It's a
True.
spot that's like really hard to get defenders out of, and easy for defenders to get into and defend.
Okay.
Honestly, I might end up sending you the doc that I'm working on at some point. It might be a helpful read.
I'll read it.
But like, all you need to do is contest this. You don't need to stand up here. The thing of having someone sit up here is by nature that contests the area and shuts it down. But you don't need that. You just need to make sure they can't stand here.
I like to stand there.
I know. Again, not saying that standing there is bad. You just need to contest.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Also, like pointing out here, if y'all have ideas with specials, do it early. Because you just popped it
Yeah.
too late, and that's why you wipe. Because
Yeah.
ironically, if this was like half a second earlier, I think you wiped the enemy team. You had Vac double jet online in the most, like, in the best position for double jet on the stage. Like, I'm so sad that y'all ended up wiping here because this has so much potential.
Yeah, I think it is just like I overemphasized that one call, and so I dramatically delayed what I would have done otherwise.
Don't sweat it. It's just getting used to noting things for the future.
Yeah.
Again, I ain't gonna judge. Oh my!
Yeah.
I'm sorry for
I
my
saw the
voice is
beacon
so
there. I was
low.
like, just rob the tower and fight backwards.
Okay.
I respawned normally at first because I wasn't gonna jump, and then Chrysalis said to jump, so I was like, "Ah, fuck it."
Yeah. So I have a question, because there is very much so a correct answer to this question. Because I have a prediction.
Mhm.
If you're in this scenario where you just got in behind and you're taking tower, where should you be fighting and setting up?
Forward, up
Kinda,
towards their
like-
spawn,
No,
maybe.
no. This is the one time
Dang.
we're going forward. Is bad. Because everything's
Yeah.
What?
behind you.
Dang.
Wanna fight it.
Because keep in mind, tower needs to go this way, right? The
Mhm.
enemy team wants to go this way. Tell me the issue here.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
Oh,
Oh.
word.
so
They're faster to get into.
Oh,
the
do you want an
fight.
actual answer?
yes. Like, and it's not just that they're faster. Like, yes, they are faster, but that's kind of a byproduct. Because I'm just gonna do a numbers game. So you have 1, 2, 3 people coming back this way, right?
Mhm.
And then in this case, you'd have 1, 2, 3 people going this way. So you have 1 player watching 3 players this way. We see the issue here, right?
My goal in this
Yeah.
position ended up being, because I was shooting backwards. I kind of feel like some of us should have probably gone up
all
because
of
we
you
didn't.
should have gone forward or gone backwards, not forwards. Like all of you needed to fight.
Because I was specifically just trying to place my bottles in a way to deny them the ability to get to the tower, so we could just push, but they're irrelevant.
You
That was
actually-
my
yeah.
personal
Like
goal.
if you want to do that, you have to keep them at least this far away from tower the entire time, which is doable. I'm just gonna point out, send these 2 back. Like if you want to have someone go forward, like Anasi, you can go forward. Main reason for that is you have the best paint on the team, and you can paint for Jet and shut this area
True.
down easier. And you only need to worry about 1 person respawning, which is where Brella shines. You just intend to stay for back because they have the most force. So like I'm gonna point this out because look, it feels like y'all are trying to go forward. You are not directly fighting back. And now what? Because only thing that I can see here is this is just like if I'm here's a bubble and I'm playing Furia or as Junior, I'm just gonna put a bubble here and I'm just gonna die of laughter. Because now what? Like y'all are dead over here. You have a chance to run back, but we just grab tower and go forward, and you're out of play. Like
I think that is what happens. A bubble appears. Maybe? Yeah.
y'all play better.
I crit it out, but
You play better, but like I want to point out you shouldn't have to play better. And I know Samples
yeah,
ends
fair.
up basically wiping y'all, but still. Like that was not that was a poorly timed stamp. That stamp was poorly timed, yes, but we fucked up so hard before. That's what made it poorly timed. Again, similar thing, just what is your intent here? Because if your goal is left, just go out left early. Or early. Because if you're cutting this way, anything here will catch you. And another thing, because I was talking about directions of force. This goes both ways. Because if you're going this way, right? You don't want your force, if you're going to put it onto the person, to be glancing. Because like, let's go with these 2 lines, right? And we're going to change the color that I'm using. If you go this way, your force is glancing. Because this person is going to probably want to go this way. Compared to if you're here and going straight forward, do you see how this force is way more direct? Look, this is not...
Yeah.
It's not glancing. Like, if you're going to do something with your lines, you want to do it early, and you need to make sure that it's not going to get you killed, because of how your force is coming out. Because, like, yes, y'all will live, but we can agree this is not a good position, even though you are alive.
Yeah.
Because, like, I won't deny, y'all can probably just play better mechanically and individually than most teams, but, like, it doesn't matter. It's a team game. This is good. Y'all just need to go. Y'all just need to go. Kraken, just go. Pop your back and go. Dude, you're just killing me here.
I don't know where to go.
Just go.
Yeah.
Anywhere in this general vicinity, maybe.
I don't like being there. I like being to my right.
Then just wait for tower to go up here and like you go forward, you vac, you help your teammates take this area up for you, and then you come back for top right with tower.
Oh, okay.
I will say I do have to go.
That's fine.
I'll join VC on my phone.
Okay.
Because I want to hear shit, but I won't be able to talk. You can still
So-
criticize me though.
Don't worry, I'm
No
gonna do
worries.
that anyways. You're not escaping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll join
Bye.
VC on my phone.
That's fine.
Alright.
Gameplay
So I
is
can
recorded
actually
as
hear.
well, so
Yeah, fair. I mean, I still want to listen in.
no, that's fair. Yeah, I'll let this play out for a bit. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just looking at the rest of the graph for this game. I'm gonna let this play out unless they say anything like major, but it's just a repeat of the same things.
Mhm.
So like, Chrysalis opens up right side, that's fine, and now you have different intents. So like Kraken, you were going there. Chrysalis doubled back to here, and it's just messy.
Yeah.
Like I've not seen one
Mhm.
unified idea.
I think it doesn't help that, like, Kraken has played like safe teams, but ones that are slightly different in how they tend to function. Me and Crystal basically exclusively play duo, and Anasi just kind of doesn't have experience with this. So all of us just kind of have completely different perceptions of what we're
Yeah.
even trying to do. Because half the
Yeah.
time, my goal is be forward, fight with Chrysalis. Those are my main two objectives to like play my game. Is have the big fuck off sword that wins fights for me, and make them go backwards by blowing them up and having the objective.
Which again can be fine. It's just gonna take time for y'all to figure out as a team how do you want to play. And like, I'm not going to say this is how you should play. I am not the four of y'all, obviously.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how to play. Each team should have an individual way of how they play.
hmm And admittedly, there is a certain level of like, we just don't have that much experience, but actually fighting a team as a team, because we don't really scrim or anything
Yeah.
really to like work on our cohesion specifically.
If y'all can't do scrims, at least do Sendoku, because Sendoku could be more helpful in terms of times, like times when you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I've been really wanting to scrim because like
Me
I really
Mhm.
want to scrim more often.
I think scrims are useful. I'm just coordinating things ever is scary, so I don't do it.
Well, you could ask someone else. Like you could leave it to me, and I'll try.
Or like alternative.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like obviously you can have one or two people who consistently are mind about it, but like this is what PS does. Sort of every week we just pick one day and say, hey, what's our availability this week? And that's it. And if like if something pops up, the expectation is you'll say it. If nothing pops up, the expectation is you're showing up.
Mm.
That's just how we do it. Like
Mm.
there's so many ways
That's
to
fair.
do it. Just do it.
Basically, every team I've been on has been, hey guys, wanna do this? Yeah, and then we do it.
Yeah, no,
And, like, the
you
day
gotta
of.
plan ahead with your schedule.
I've never planned ahead. We did on Blue High because Mojo is the only responsible person in my entire friend group.
Ow.
Huh?
Don't sweat it. It makes sense. Mojo is responsible with time stuff just because they have to be. I've seen who they play with at times.
Yeah,
I'm looking. At this point, it's just a scramble. Like, you've lost.
yeah.
Like, I could go over the rest of this
Awkward.
week. You lost. Like,
I think the biggest thing, I feel like we are not at all taking advantage of the fact that we do have two Wholebrellas
yes.
to force people to be like, hey, there are two Brellas, by the way.
Oh yeah, I wanna like if we could try taking center lines more, that would be like I wanna try that out since we have two brothers like you said
Two
and
Wholebrellas.
stuff. Yeah. Because then sometimes when we don't take center lines, we become easier to like be ignored and stuff. And that's like fine sometimes. Like I know Kit, you want to be moving around the map and stuff, and like you do your thing and stuff. But like Chrysalis especially, since you're really good at fighting and stuff. There are times where I want that force like closer to me, if that makes sense. So like on a similar line to me.
I don't even think it has to be
True.
center lines. I think it's just work on pairing practice as a whole. Like, just randomly, just like going to open with just pairs of who you don't typically play with. So like in Odyssey
Okay.
Kraken, both of you can just pair and play like any combination of the two, or any combination of the four of y'all, and just
Mhm.
practicing and getting used to how the others play is beneficial. Because I just
Yeah,
go with
that
the
makes
idea
sense.
of, oh, I should limit myself to center lines, because you should never limit yourself to lines. And I know that's not what you're
Or
saying,
yeah,
but
and it,
realize it can lead to that. Which is
Yeah,
why I'm.
yeah, that's true.
I do think my lines are pretty ineffective,
All of y'all need to
practically
work on your
speaking.
lines. Don't sweat it. Like, because I want to point out there's a difference of lines that you learn in open and with a duo and in a team versus other comp teams. Like, there's just a difference in what you can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and for the stuff you were saying about like force and directions and stuff was making me think like I think that's why everyone tells me I'm so easy to ignore.
Because you're forcing
Because I
your direction of force is terrible. Yeah. I'm sorry, I
yeah,
shouldn't say that, but I fought you so many times in open that has been a consistent thing.
uh-huh. It's just weird for me because I go back and forth between do I go where I want, where I like being, or do I go somewhere where it's hard for them to ignore me.
The answer is you need to figure out how to combine both.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I'm going to take a small break from looking over y'all's games because I want to go over one of the games I played in the scrim earlier this week. Where
Okey-doke.
is? And I know it's a boring day, all, but I want to point out stuff with lines because I'm
Okay.
pointing out this was me getting back. I had like 20 minutes of warm up and I was trying to aim in a completely different way. And I'm pointing that because I want to go
I
over
know
and
those
point some stuff
players.
out with direction. You probably should.
We'll see,
probably
man.
These players, yeah, they're not
Yeah.
exactly rare. And I'm not gonna like go slow or anything on some of this. Like I'll fast forward the boring parts. Look, I want to point out with intent in how the team is acting off of each other. Keep in mind, this is a really pickup who has never played around me with some of this. And I will point out, their Dapple and Blob are the worst players. Or not the worst, like, they're the worst on the team. Look, I want to point out how, even then, you can still work off each other. Because Dapple goes left, I'm setting up through right, I'm setting up in center. And now we can set up with each other. I go back draw 2, that's fine, it opens up Dapple. Like, that's what y'all should be doing. If that makes sense. And I know it's boring,
Yeah.
but like, I found for coaching, a lot of teams benefit from having a visual.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even here, I'm fighting Blaster, I scuff up my fight because they get dragged, that's fine. But look at how clear of a box this is if you're the enemy team.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like again, pointing out, these are not H-type players at all. Like this one in particular is not an H-type player. They play more defensive well, which is fine. I have grapes with it personally, but it's fine. You can still win. But we still can make this work. Like, this is where calls are valuable if you can get there. Like, this is what you want to look to do. And I will point out, like, with some stuff of playing solo, because something I will always encourage y'all to do is if you have the right idea, do it solo. Because I go forward and die, but this still gives us some time to set out. Like, if Dapple played with our blob here, it's an easy wipe, honestly. Because the enemy team is being really predictable with how they were coming in.
Mhm.
I won't let's play it too much longer, I just wanted to show this of, this is a visual y'all can work with. Because I can look
Yeah.
over the other games, and I will, don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to just be a lot of the same issues.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
What's up? Or just thinking, because I heard a very contemplative.
I'm trying to process, cause hold on. I guess also I'm kind of realizing that I do agree that the core issue is kind of just we don't have a shared cohesive idea of what we are even trying to do exactly, aside from do the H-dive thing TM. But like I guess I'm trying to figure out like what we'd even be able to do to just get more on the same page of like generally speaking what we as our team want to do with that game state.
I mean, a lot of it is playing and reviewing with each other. Like even without me, like going over map planning and stuff is one of the best ways to do that. Like it's boring, but going over literally each map mode that you could expect to play does that. Because okay, what do I like? And you go through. Okay, what does each individual player want to do? How can we combine this as a team? Like as a team, we need to cover these areas. We know that individually be like covering these areas. Sometimes those things that you need to cover will just naturally be covered. Sometimes you'll ask like one player, "Hey, can you play slightly different?"
I see.
Because like that is what PS has done a lot. Because even for myself, like I've bitten the bullet on I want to do this, but we need to do this. This opening's fine. This is good. I will point out for Rain, I think it's generally better if you can to fight. On opening compared to try to pop an insta run. The thing with instant running is if they give you the chance to and you have something set up, do it. Excuse me. Like I'm pointing this out because Crystallis, you grab and you try to fight right because Kraken could theoretically set up. But this is such a messy fight that you'd have to win. Like I know it can work, it's so much more consistent to just fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're also more used to maps where it's like our go-to flounder opening is to just kidnap it and force them to play a little game of look at this fuck-ass angle that you can't really
I mean, if you want to
comfortably fight without devolving into a scrap.
Like, if you want to do that, you can do it. Like, I'll back up. Because this should be just before pop happens. Like, if you want to do that on Aussie, just have an Aussie go right. Like, if your goal is to do that, you just hard stand on the right side and make sure that you have a path to do it. Because some maps it's easier to do it on just because of how that map naturally plays. And then sometimes you just have to make it for yourself.
Because that's usually how we play Rain together, is just what can we do to make it so the fish doesn't have to look at the game and can just move and run the fuck away.
Oh, why not here? Like, let's say Aussie was on right with y'all. That's such an easy fight. Like, if your goal is just,
I guess that's
like,
also a lack of communication because, like, I expect that that's what I'm going to be doing most of the time. My job is to make it so that there is a clear line to get the fish in, and everything else doesn't matter because I want the fish in.
Fair. Just everything else does matter a lot.
Okay, but the points win the game though.
I know.
But the fish gets in, I win.
Yeah, but there are other things you have to exchange. Y'all need to stop doing that. I don't know how you
Icon favorite motherfucker. I can kill 4 of
Is this how
them.
Yoshi feels?
Dude,
I
feel like these guys are.
No, don't worry, Kraken. I'm gonna send this to Yoshi because Yoshi never had to deal with this. We'd only have one person who was Tormy jump. We wouldn't have all 3 of us fucking jump to Kamikaze.
Dude, I feel like these guys are conditioning me to do that. I guess.
Sorry.
It's gonna happen until you
fine.
until you're just comfortable not doing it. Good
I
job,
think it's
Crystals.
hilarious.
I'm not denying that it can be funny when it works. Just when it doesn't, you lose heart. I'll point out here, like Crystallis, you can go forward. Like you can go forward and set up because your team is gonna come behind you. If something goes wrong, you double back for it. Like something that I'm noticing independently is Crystallis is by far the fastest player, like consistently fastest. The issue is Crystallis, you're trying way too hard to cover for the team and set up for the team. Don't like this goes for all of y'all. Play your own game. The goal of how we play is how can we make it so our games interact with each other, and not we're playing 4 separate games. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Looking at some other things, Kid, I think you have good ideas on where you're wanting to go and move. You just don't have the force with you to make that happen as often as you want to, which is fine. Like I already talked about that. Playing like in the center of your team a little more to give you the options, lets you pick the option that gives you the most force. And then to the 2 Brello players, y'all just need to be more active. I'm sorry, both of you are playing way too defensive. Isn't even the right word.
Avoidant?
I don't have a good word. It's just avoidance good enough. Like y'all are just afraid to fight.
Because like I don't know, like for H-Chive, I've just sort of been just focusing on pushing up, just ignoring literally everyone, and
which can
I
be
don't know.
fine.
I feel like I need to take more space.
Yeah, like the thing with H-Dive is inherently H-Dive is focused on gaining space. This is probably slightly on me for this because I always will push out for objective. But the thing with objective is you typically need space for objective. So the question is, how can you play for space? The reason why I harp on objective so much is teams will play purely for space and kills and not objective. So like winning is a balancing act of all of them. Because you'll definitely need to play for space more. And importantly, it's like when you can, you want to look for what space can enable us to push objective and keep pushing objective, not just space for the sake of space. Because I'm sure y'all
That's
have
fair.
That's
seen
true.
the support who will go into Narnia and paint for a special.
Mm-hmm.
Which drives me up a wall. But oh well. This is fine. Like, this is fine age. I understand y'all have to deal with Viper and Pop, but like, I don't know. It's just very weird watching y'all play because you just have to go for something. It just feels like you don't. Like, you have
Mm-hmm.
good ideas. Like, genuinely, you have the right ideas. It's just the force behind your ideas. Like, be it from the direction you're taking it from, or just... I don't want to say the timing because there's a lot more that's going into it, but at the end of the day, your force is just coming out weak. So I'm looking through the rest of this, and I'll probably play some games and model what I'm talking about, because I'd rather not just be vague.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. Y'all just need to rotate out right here. Also, that
Yeah,
is unfortunate at this time.
we lost our Nasi.
Yep.
It's fine, it happens.
I guess that's kind of something I'd want to figure out is getting to a point where I can even process how to like find that middle-ish position where I can just kind of do whatever the fuck I want. Because I do think that's my best use of my skill set is make it so I'm just kind of always a looming threat, like a carbon almost, where it's like I could do this, but the bow might jump scare me or like start running circles around me, and I just have to accept that the bow's doing that now. And I feel like I agree that I'm not setting up scenarios that let me do the bullshit I do.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna look too hard into most of this. If you're ever in a 3v4, something I will point out is when you're here, you typically want to rely on like pairing with Kraken in order to have setup. Because keep in mind, Tent is basically an additional player. So like, when you get the chance, play off of Kraken's shield and just generate a lot of force with it.
Yeah, most of the time I try to take advantage of whenever I see a stray Kraken shield of like, okay, I gotta do whatever I want now, there's a shield here.
Yeah. And then on your own Kraken, something that you kind of just get used to from playing with enough DCs is where do you shield and where is important and where is like valuable to play out a 3v4. Because like we can talk about it, but like it's more an experience thing I found than a knowledge-based thing.
That makes sense.
Are y'all fine if I skip over this one? Just considering the TC.
It was a
Yeah,
really
fine.
early one too, so like we got no information from that.
That sounds alright.
I feel like
And then here's when we kind of realized, like, you know,
Also, what's up, Anase? Sorry, I'm...
you can't, like,
I was
most of
just
our
thinking
thing.
this was a really good game.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I would
this
appreciate.
is the
if you
game when we
went
kind of
over
realize, you know, these guys aren't really gonna fall for our mind games. What if we just hit them really hard?
Yeah, and welcome to why I said what I did in the group chat of y'all just need to play your game in fighty. Like, you can't just play empty threats and based on, okay, like, you can't assume they're going to be afraid of something. You always want to plan for this is how I always think and plan, which this might be helpful to you, Crystals, because it sounds like you do similar things, or like you think about the game a lot. Whenever you're planning something, assume the enemy team has the exact same knowledge you do, and they're going to do the same things you would. So like if you would push into their spawn, when you're talking about retake, expect they're going to push into yours. And if they ever don't do that, or they're ever afraid of something, that is simply a bonus. But that should never be what you rely on, if that makes sense. Because if your plan is, okay, I'm expecting them to just to play the certain way and be afraid to fight, you get teams like this who will fight you. And PS has probably hated me a little bit because I will always push for. I assume they're going to not to fight back, but like we've had teams who will fight back, and they're some of the most fun games we have. This is fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about opening. This kind of just looks like a similar thing of mistakes. Okay, cool. Y'all had a good, decent push. Good drop. Y'all's lines are slightly predictable, but I'm not gonna comment on it too much because it sounds like y'all are panicking. Like, it sounds and it looks like y'all are panicking.
Yep. I suppose so.
I mean, this is around the point when we kind of like I was freshly off a panic attack, and I just went, we need to not care.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, for no
Jet,
fucking reason.
in and of itself can be fine.
fine,
It's
though.
just your position is Like, I'm not saying I agree with
Yeah.
the Jet, but like, whenever you have a play like this, and especially in review, it's no reason or stupid. There are some times, yeah, but like, it's always what can you make out of the situation. We can talk about like, yeah, you shouldn't do this, but what good does that do you? Because everyone makes mistakes. Like, I think the issue with your Jet was you stayed here. Like, if you pushed your Jet to here, even if you exploded, they have to look at you.
True. I was kind of afraid of dying, so that's true.
Don't be afraid of dying.
I know.
I was gonna say,
There
can't
was
do
still
anything.
one instance where I was afraid.
This is fine. Y'all have double back for zone here. I think you process that could. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of just watching this. It just looks like at this point y'all are a little panicky and just playing 1v1s.
Yeah.
Which again, not the end of the world. I'll be honest and say, how y'all are playing now looks a lot better in terms of intent of, I'm just gonna go and kill things. Like, I'm just going to go and play my game. Is everyone playing the same game? No. But is everyone playing a game? Yes. Which, I'm sure it sounds silly to put it that way, but like...
I just noticed that Looney Tunes ass interaction where that Splash was chasing me and then dies to me.
We don't question stuff like that. Good catch. Something I will encourage y'all to do on this stage, especially, is have someone take right side. Like, yes, the end goal is you want to have people, like, up here. Keep in mind, you do need to watch this area.
I really like right side, so I think I could do that.
You probably
That
want two
works.
people on right side anyways. You don't want just one. Having two is just a little bit of insurance. Because, like, I'm gonna
I
put
don't enjoy
y'all are
right
just
side,
staying on the left
so-
side. You're playing more aggressive than the average meta team, but you're still playing with the same playbook. Like, you diversify here, which is good. This is what you need to do. But it's still very similar.
I see.
And I hate to put it that way, but like, I have to put it that way, really. Nice double and jump. That was almost such a clean triple. Painbrush is such a stupid weapon.
I fucking adore this
True.
gun. It's bullshit.
I understand. I play with Stormy. I secondary it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Honestly, at this
Go
point,
my big
it's just-
hitbox.
I think at this point, it's just, again, do you notice objective? Like, if y'all want, I can look at the rest of this. I'm gonna be honest, from seeing, like, the first half of the game, I don't think something's gonna change.
Yeah.
Like, I can look, no, I'm looking at the graph, I really don't think anything changes. Like, only thing that I could see changing is you're doing something for slight setup while you're coming in. Just considering there's this gap period, and even then it could just be your living stamp and reef. And then you're trying to push back in. That's fine, you get your push, you get your jet, something happens, they probably just push through to zone. Y'all come back, overcommit, probably, they come back. Yep, that reef gets like a triple, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm just reading the graph. This is fine, and then they stamp an end game. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I can watch that if y'all want, but...
No, I don't see much purpose.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Then, here's what I'm going to try to do. Keyword is try, because, I have not played at all. today, and I'm getting used to a new aiming style because my wrists feel like exploding.
Yeah, fair.
That's unfortunate.
But I will at least try to play y'all's weapons and point out some stuff that I was noticing and talk about it.
Mhm.
Play mine.
Don't worry, Kraken. I can yell at you later, and I have my own games that I can look at.
Okay.
Sorry, I just read the VC Chrysalis? No.
No balls.
No.
No, I agree with Chrysalis
Among Us
here. No, I think
Monster.
Chrysalis is onto something.
Yeah, they might be, but I am not. I am not a believer. See you.
Bye,
Bam.
Christmas.
Okay,
Alright,
bye,
there's-
07.
Okay, so y'all will have to give me a second because I'm trying to figure out where the hell to put my chair.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Put it on the floor.
Yes, let me
Yeah.
just let me just break the floor up here and put it on the floor downstairs. I got you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this will be good enough, I guess. This is gonna be a little messy, but we'll live. And if we don't, that's a shame. Actually, here, I'm gonna kill the recording. Is there anything else y'all want in the recording? Only reason I'm not wanting to put this in the recording is this isn't something that I think will stand the tests of time.
Yeah, that's fair. Nothing
okay.
else comes to mind, really. I think we're fine that end the recording here.
Uh,